Is the mic working? Because my voice is very bad. Hello?
You can have a follow mic.
Hello? Hello?
You can have a follow mic.
Fine. I'm fine. Thank you. Okay, is it afternoon? Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My experience has been all the time only one woman in my classroom, or hardly any women in when I went to Switzerland, Finland, many places. So I thought, let me shift my focus to women empowerment. I'm very clear about my beliefs and my values. I'm not a feminist. Why I started this career of coaching, mentoring, and why I got into leadership. Do we have a color mic?
Yeah, it is there.
Hello? Hello?
Say you are audible now.
Am I audible?
The output is there. That's all.
So,
You can please come closer. That would be nice to interact with you. Please, all those who are sitting at the back, please come in front.
yes, that will be helpful. My voice is very bad, so please excuse me for that. At least I'm able to speak. I didn't call Rita for 10 days. She might be wondering if I'm going to land in Nagpur or I've left the US. It's good.
स्कूल नहीं है भाई, आ जाओ आगे, कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछेगा, आ जाइए दीदी, आ जाइए आगे, आ जाइए। हाँ,
Nice to see all of you on the big holiday. Yeah, that's what she was telling me. So my intention of joining and choosing this career, in fact, I'm a microbiology graduate. I wanted to become a doctor. I was very, very particular about it. But while I was working, while I was doing my internship, I observed that men in this society across the globe, they are taught to be strong. They are told not to cry. They are told that they have to be just camouflage and facade, put a facade that they are men, they have to be strong. So once I landed in Brazil and Mexico with my husband, and I asked him, do you feel the same fear that I feel? Because no language, English is not the language there, it's Portuguese and Spanish. He said, yes, I have the same fear. This is lately, now, just 5 years back. But when I started my career, my dad was a very, very dynamic person. And he was very fearless. And he was a true leader. And that's why I told my dad that no more doctor. I'm going to really generate and craft leaders like you. He said, is there any profession like that? I said, yes. And that's how I got into this profession. Because I got certified in emotional intelligence. Daniel Goleman is the person who invented this EQ, which is emotional quotient. And he wrote this book in 1995. I wrote an email to him, I wrote a letter to him saying that the subject that you have written has been already spoken about by Maxwell Maltz. And he was wondering that I know so much about the author and so much about the subject. And I wrote him and I told him that only you are the person who are able to coin it properly, which is emotional intelligence. And that's how the connection started, and that's how I started doing this, getting into this training, getting into this mentoring and coaching. I worked for TCS, I worked for Wipro, I traveled across 7 continents to make sure that I'm able to generate strong leaders and let them accept the fact that being vulnerable and it's okay not to be strong. So you can mentally train yourself later on how to become strong. So that is the story behind starting this career, and that's why I want to make it very clear that I'm not a feminist. I started my career with a purpose, and I wanted to generate wonderful leaders, because because that's how the world was all across. But when I was moving around, I thought that I didn't do justice to women. Now it's time for me to pay back. And that's how I told Rita, now I'm going to start women training across the globe. This is the first of its kind in India for me. 35 states in the United States I have done this, I'm doing this for all the women. Across Brazil, Mexico, Canada, Finland, England, you say it, you name the country I have traveled, I made sure that all the women get the privilege of getting into doing their business. So coming to the topic of work-life balance. What is the most important thing in your life? I would like to, yeah?
Be ourselves.
You,
The most important.
most important to you is you. Anybody else has anything different to think about? Who is the most valuable person in your life? And what is the most important thing in your life? Let us have it as an interactive because I don't want to make it as a classroom session. Yeah, and I no force. Not everybody has to answer. Right? So she said that I'm the most important to me. I'm myself. Anything else that you have on your mind?
Children,
Family, husband. Yes, husband is very important.
Maid is very important.
Maid.
Maid is very important.
Yes.
Most important.
But when you are in the estate, don't get choice. You are the maid. All in one. You are cobbler, you are this, you are that, everything you are there. So it's all in one. So my maid is also very important. Wonderful, I think good inputs. So now think through, put yourself, look, what is important for me? First of all, my parents, they come first. What I'm doing in my life, whatever I've earned in my life, whatever I've targeted in my life, I've never seen God. Do I believe in Him? And the structure and the construction and the tradition of India, since childhood we believe in God. We don't say that I am doing it, it is His mercy, that's why we are successful. And that teaches us humility. There is nothing wrong or right in it. It is right versus right. No, you cannot go and really raise a comment about it. What is more important for me is my parents comes first, then my younger sister. She is the youngest of the family. She is my heart and soul. We are two heart, one soul. And then comes my husband. Even he knows about it. And then comes my brothers and sisters. Earlier, before my husband, they were third number. Now they have become fourth. So all these people who are there in my life, they are important to me. Similarly, for you, things were the same. Because family comes first for all of us. Now, in the process of family coming first, maid also, because she's helping hand, that's how the family structure is, the planning, the decision making, the entire structure of the family, she helps you to maintain it. So, for me, when I know that my parents come first, they come in my first quadrant. For me, if I come first, I'm important, because if I don't manage myself, I cannot take care of my parents. So then, I, as well as my parents, they come in the first quadrant. Rest of the people come in the second and the third quadrant. Friends and other people come in the third and the fourth quadrant. Distant relatives come in the fourth quadrant. You have to help everyone. When you are rich, you have to help everyone. When you cannot afford to help people, then they are not going to ask you for anything. So they come in the fourth quadrant. Now, thinking about the most important thing in your life is you. If you are healthy, if you are wealthy, you are able to take care of yourself as well as the world around you. How many of you feel that you spend at least 2 minutes in solitude? Now, there's a difference between solitude and loneliness. People, in spite of staying with people, staying with loved ones, feel lonely. How many of you spend at least 2 minutes in solitude? Solitude is spending time with self. Yeah. So what are the thoughts that come to your mind when you spend time in solitude? Any one or two? Yeah, come. Any thoughts that comes to your mind when you spend time with yourself?
It is a time for introspection.
Introspection. So I misbehaved with someone. I fought with the auto driver. I fought with the taxi driver. That was not, I was too loud. Yeah. I was too rude. These are the thoughts. Actually, the real you comes out when you are in solitude. Yeah. The real you. When we meditate, I am into yoga for more than 30 years now. And meditation, I can sit for hours and meditate. Now meditation and yoga has changed my entire being. I never knew that it was so effective. I'm not selling yoga by the way. But I'm proud to say that every third American does